What's up? We are the Dwee Bros about to react to the EA 2018 conference. It's coming up here. 3, 2, 1. Let's get nuts.
Sports, guns, and
Battlefield.
boobs.
You never know. You
All right, here we go.
You never know what you're going to get at an EA conference.
You never know.
They really pull out the surprises.
Here's the trailer, the cut up, as they say, the teaser. Star Trek.
I think first off, I should say there was a ton of leaks this year.
Yeah.
But I only saw like tiny glimpses of little stuff, but nothing. I didn't actually see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of stayed away from it.
I saw stuff, but there's no way to know what was real and what wasn't.
Well, it sounds like a lot of that maybe was some real.
This looks like Anthem, doesn't it?
It's coming out of the freaking screen.
Yeah, how does that work? Are they there? They're not there. What does that look like for the people that are there?
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
Yeah, what does that?
Yeah, what does that look like for them?
It looked cool for us.
A little bit later in the show, but welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Intro Renee, and while you might recognize
Where's the
me
influencers?
from the community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things
Can you see
up
good? You're
because they
fine.
know that I'm both a gamer
They wanted to
and a
change
fan.
things up. What?
So they
Are you-
invited
can
me
you
to come
see?
host the
Yeah,
show,
I'm
and
good.
I think this
I'm
year
good.
is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that,
They wanted to change it up this year. They wanted people who could read the teleprompter.
Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's
fan
a full
fest.
3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free.
I bet it smells
Now,
great in
inside
there.
the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all
3
over
days
the
of people
world
playing video
who are going to be
games.
Did she say for free?
Streaming and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some
We're gonna get
reveals
some
up
air
for us.
freshener.
We're going to kick
Pour
things
some
off
spray
with
in
a
there.
look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've
Clap it
got some
up.
new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans?
They changed soccer.
The ball's bigger.
Then we've got
My ball's the size of a
indie
basketball
games to
now.
share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course,
Woo!
yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it.
You can woo some
You wanna
for
come and do
Anthem.
this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right?
Yeah.
Give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's get things started.
Oh my gosh, war has changed.
Soup and EA. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm gonna set
You
this
big
here.
Battlefield guy? I've never played one. I played a little bit of 2.
Battlefield 2, I played, and Battlefield 4 for the PS4 one, or that came out at launch. Both were very fun.
Yeah. You play the online?
The online was pretty nuts.
That was my impression. I played a little bit of 2, and it was so insane. I couldn't really find any footing, but it was cool.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off.
Kick it off.
It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, it's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you.
Oh, we've
you
got
wanna
I did
see
think
more
with this one when I
gameplay
heard when it
bases. You wanna know
leaked
how
and
customization
they
actually works.
when they first
You wanna
revealed it,
know
it was
more
World War
about
II or
our
whatever.
take
Yeah.
on the Second World War.
Hold on one second. I
So
want to hear what you're
today,
saying.
we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
What are you going to say?
I was just gonna say when I heard World War II again, I was like,
I
I feel like we just did that with Call of Duty and
Yeah.
everything else. I don't know.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to make it more colorful and like they're going to overwatch it.
You will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain
Like it's going to be fake World War II. It's going to be like it's like alternate universe World War II.
and more
Dude.
impactful than ever. So, well,
Wow.
you can't really hide from those
That's
pesky
good.
tanks anymore as they come chasing you.
This is
for
better
you.
than like a trailer. Look at the way the snow fell off the ceiling.
You will
Good
now
snow.
be able to customize your soldiers,
See, it's gonna be like
vehicles, and your weapons,
a lot of
not only for the
customization.
gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
Our
That's just
portrayal.
the
Our
tip of the
portrayal.
iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay system systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with in this game. It's about what you will see is really those moments of human heroism.
We might have another reactor.
It's about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, that's
Oh, they get the exclusive, huh?
tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an
You all are going to pay for DLC.
No loot boxes.
It's the beginning of your wallet.
No premium pass.
No loot boxes, no pass.
Okay.
So it's just the game. They're gonna go the Overwatch model where you buy like
We'll bring something
loot,
new.
like you buy like
And as part of
customization.
that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
Loot boxes.
It's Royale.
Whoa! Hey, every single
Battlefield,
game that's going to get on the
yep.
stage will have a Royale
Royale
mode.
reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction.
This is actually a Royale I'd be interested in because Battlefield's done large scale really
So,
well.
we will
But
bring
you're
you
right,
experience
100%
that
right.
you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic. Fighting
Epic.
across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Music. Jeez. Their games do look ungodly beautiful, like those games on the Frostbite engine.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 looked unbelievable.
Battlefield V. V has come too.
Bitte en Gruppe.
Exclusive first look at Nordlys war story. Oh, dude.
Quando eu era criança, sempre sonhei
New
em tornar-me
FIFA.
campeão. É preciso determinação e vontade de vencer. Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar.
I'll do live translated.
Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrar.
On this FIFA, we
que és um
are
campeão.
taking out the flags. There's no flags. Oh my gosh, you can like get into fights in this one. That's what I would do if I was in charge of this.
Yeah,
I would
no
add
cards.
fighting,
Yeah,
no flags.
You do like Chaos Soccer.
Chaos. That would change the name to Chaos Soccer.
I used to play some FIFA back in the day. Not story mode.
Did you ever play MLB Slugfest?
Maybe. I played MVP Baseball 2005. On the
MLB
Xbox.
Slugfest for PS2 was the only sports game I ever had. It let you fight
That's awesome.
And that's all I want in a sports game is I
Yeah.
want. So you could literally just start fighting the first baseman, like start punching and like
That's
get into
dope.
a fight.
That's really cool. This music's hype.
This is like a Sony conference.
They have a choir there.
That's for that. I mean, FIFA is big. We're just like a bunch of.
We're a bunch of Americans.
We're a bunch of Americans, but still, Jeez. Thought the new God of War was coming
That's
out.
the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league
How'd they get
joins
that
the
trophy?
world's game.
The
And
game
a special
won it.
thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us.
That's who made that
I really
music.
love the
Oh,
track
wow.
Because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League.
We want you to make, I think, for a soccer video game.
I remember when I was a kid and like the new feature would be like, hey, like you can like have this graphic when you're going to pass. And now it's like Hans Zimmer did this for.
Addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. It'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode.
I wish.
That's
Your
pretty
club will
cool,
chase
actually.
this trophy in
So
career
I might
mode.
slightly butcher this, but in world soccer, like there's a league in Spain, there's a league in Australia, like every country has their own league. But the Champions League is where the best teams from all the different leagues play each other.
Yeah.
And I guess they've never had that built into FIFA, and now they're going to have a mode for that, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And all that's
If Zach
just
was
the
here, he could
beginning.
be able to,
He'd be- yeah.
he'd be able
As
to
you
give
know,
us
the
some
heart and soul
more
of
insight
FIFA
here.
is gameplay. And this year we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year.
Finally.
Wish
So
they'd
look
do that
forward
in
to
Madden.
everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal.
Steal
You
it.
know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one. The pursuit
The
of
mailman just
Champions
came, and I
League
bet
glory.
he's wondering what people are doing
Yeah.
at 1 p.m. Two guys on 1 p.m.
Yeah,
are
yeah.
doing.
Trophy.
Yep. He like,
World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine,
I guess it is
all of
Saturday. I
us
thought we
on
were
the
on a
FIFA
weekday.
team
I
can't
lost track
wait
of time.
for the start
I
of
was
the World
like-
Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4,
Oh, there you
Xbox
go.
One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
P.S.
P.S.
I
You
love
take
you.
Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story.
So you don't even know what
great
things
nations
unless
who
he was
didn't
named off a
qualify
Game
this
Boy.
year.
P.S.
Or you can make a crazy
What's it
dream
coming on?
that
I kind of
rewards
like their
for
approach right now with
like
just having the
mine,
developers come up and say a
Iceland.
few things with some B-roll
With the
instead of
thought
like
the
these
nation
huge
of only
hyped up long
350,000
trailers that
people
you know what I
will
mean?
have
Yeah.
qualified.
I feel like last year they were showing us all
And you
these
can
like
feel their
pre-made
excitement.
footage of this game.
Well, there's influencers talking about the game too
Yeah.
for a while. Where are the influencers? I'm not buying it unless I see.
Yeah, bring back that one guy
Unless
that
I see
couldn't even.
Any
Ninja.
fans in the room that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration.
Wow.
So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4
What?
and Xbox One and on PC through Origin
Wow.
Access.
What?
Yeah, you can download
What?
and play the
Oh,
entire
really
game
flat.
right now for free.
Huh.
Yeah.
Actually, might do that. That's cool.
Woo!
So to kick off off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing
Or if
their
that's like a
nations
48-hour
in the
thing,
World Cup.
or if it's like a week.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf from Island!
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah. I hope this has all the glitches from all the other soccer games. Where their face.
Yeah, that's an issue with
degrees.
Frostbite.
Is it?
When new
I hope
developers,
they don't fix
the
it.
same thing happened in Mass Effect, where people were just like,
Yeah. I want that to stay. That is a good feature. Andrew Wilson, Skate 4, finally. Thank you.
The FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries.
He put his hand down like he was going to put them in his pockets, and he didn't have pockets. He just went like
never
this.
rests either, bringing the Champions League
He forgot
and the
he's
World
not in the
Cup
cold
and
anymore.
So much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to
This
do
is the
here
guy
today,
that loves
but I
rolling
wanna
in loot
welcome you
boxes.
To EA Play. It's our third
This is
EA
the guy that
Play,
created loot
and our
boxes in the
second
FIFA
one
Ultimate
If
is
Skate
Team.
4 had loot boxes, I'd at least be happy we got Skate 4.
Yeah.
The wheels are each a DLC.
Oh, you're guaranteed if they make a Skate 4.
You could just try to roll and you're just on trucks.
Before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years
Is loot boxes.
is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to be have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the
Laggy
experiences they already play on our partner platforms.
No,
That's going to
great.
mean you don't own our game and you can't mod it.
Across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's
Look,
going
it's
to
like
mean
Netflix.
playing games
It is like
anywhere, anytime.
Off of our
So this week
servers
we've got a
where
tech
we
demo
control
running.
it.
All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full
I'm already like on
prime
Steam.
time
I'm
yet,
already on
but this is
Origin.
a
I'm already
promise
on
of
like.
what we
Yeah,
hope
but
to
this
bring
isn't
in the
that.
future.
This
other
is you
stuff.
don't even download it.
Second
You
part of
just
that, of
stream
course,
it,
is
and
subscription.
it's played on a
We
server
started
somewhere else.
subscription a number of years
Well, that's
ago,
what I'm
and
saying.
many
Like you're
millions
gonna
of
have to
you
buy the
signed
pass
up
for
and
the streaming
experienced
thing.
the joy of being able to have full access to a great.
Yeah, I'm saying it has
catalog of
deeper
games.
implications than just you
Today,
playing
Yeah.
it. Like
we're
you're giving up the
announcing
power to
Origin
download
Access
the game and
Premier.
mod it and see
Yeah.
the files.
So three
Like
things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games.
Why would I stream it?
Starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC
because it's
for the first
easier for
time
them. They
in
don't
over
have to
a
ship
decade.
games. They don't have to offer downloads.
Yeah.
Like
Then FIFA
But like,
19,
why is me? Why is
Battlefield
like?
5, and of course Anthem.
it makes
I
their
as a
business.
consumer have to do like what am I?
They're
getting out of
hoping
the
you'll do
stream?
it for convenience, and for them, it'll make it so much of more control.
EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's
If I
the
have fast
end of the
enough
year, but if you
internet,
wanna get
then I'll
started
just
right now
download
and
it.
Yes.
experience the benefits
If
I
you're
don't
fast enough
know-
to stream, then you might as well
The
download
people
it.
who are motivated enough to be fast enough to have the fast enough internet to do this would already prefer just to buy the game.
Thank you and have a
Yeah.
great show.
The infrastructure's not in place. It's. I mean, if I was in their shoes and I had to be.
I mean,
figuring
to
out,
do what they're doing with
Yeah.
like where you have to stream when you're on.
Yeah,
the
I'm not saying they're wrong for trying to do this. I'm just saying
That is a.
I have no
yeah,
motivation
I'm just
to
trying
sign
I'm
up.
trying to think of why.
when you can just buy the game.
Yes, but if you when they're showing that you're streaming to like the game controller on your phone, you have to stream that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't run like Anthem on your freaking cell phone. You know what I mean? So
You could because it's the cell phone's not processing it. It's on their
that's
servers.
what, and that's what I'm saying is
streamed
the
to you.
benefit.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's what they
benefit.
want to do. But I mean, just the Steam Link even. I'm streaming through a wire, and sometimes it's not perfect, and it's in my own house.
I actually played through all of Deus Ex Human Revolution on live. Do you remember on live?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was all streaming, and that just was,
Hey,
it worked good, and it was wonky.
What's
and it
up?
was
So
good,
I'm
so
here
hit or
sitting
miss.
inside
Yep.
the crowd at EA Play.
It's interesting.
And I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience.
We're probably headed to a future where all the big games are on
What's
stuff
going
like
on,
that.
Vince?
Though.
How
Yeah.
are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah.
Who's
So, you guys may have seen
Who's
that Vince was tweeting yesterday.
I did see
and there
he was
has
tweeting.
been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to
See
just
the guy
get
that
right to
tweeted
it?
something about?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working
he's
on
at
all
Star
this
Wars.
stuff.
He's
It's
working on Star
amazing.
Wars.
The teams are kicking ass, but we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and
Okay.
we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
Are you going wild?
So,
I'm curious.
So the Star
They made
Wars
Titanfall.
name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh shit.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean
Really?
you get to, like, hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
There's gonna be lightsabers.
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague.
When would
here,
that
but
be?
When the Jedi
I thought you'd know.
hunted, so.
When the Jedi were being hunted, so between 3 and
So
4.
for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Between 3 and 4.
Okay. All right.
You're the
between
Jedi,
3 and
dude.
4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right. So I think people are now anxiously want to know like when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019.
Oh, we have a
this year.
release time frame. That's cool.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
Yeah.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be.
Are we gonna
amped
see
up,
it,
Can we
though?
see
and,
it?
Hopefully, we'll hear from.
If you're giving that
more from
release
you
date-
maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince.
You're not going to show us anything?
Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today.
Oh my God! Show us something. This game. You haven't made a Star Wars game in years, people.
Can I pre-order
EA, man.
No, buy Battlefront again, dude.
I'm glad that they're finishing the game next year.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at
He's
Dice
so scared to walk on this
Star Wars
stage.
Battlefront.
I have a
I'm
feeling
really happy
it will not be
excited
out
to here today.
for holiday
Thank you so
2019.
much
You
for
didn't show
hanging
us
out with me
anything
for a
right
little
now.
bit.
We'll see.
So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to,
We're
we
doing
had
this
to take a
every
step back
freaking E3. Is like
and
we're
make
apologizing
sure
for
that we were
Battlefront.
delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added
I can't wait for the Battlefront 3 apology. What's gonna go wrong with that one?
I loved personally.
This actually was pretty cool. They did Ewok
Oh,
hunt.
that's cool. I like the
So the
Ewoks.
Ewoks were hunting you, and you had to
Okay.
fight them off.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
It turned out to
Okay,
be
they're
by
forgiven.
far the
They-
most
they
popular
made it.
update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content
And all
from
the content's
movie
free.
coming next week. It's headlined by
No DLC.
the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking
Extraction's
forward a
pretty
little bit,
fun.
this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around.
Do you think they'll make a new
dogfighting
Battlefront
with your
before
hero ships.
episode
And looking
9?
ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a
They'll
new
probably make a Battlefront
large-scale
3. I'd like for them to
multiplayer
stick with
sandbox
this one and keep
experience
fixing it,
focused around
but
capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships.
that's
But that's not all.
the mode. That's classic
We
Battlefront.
know that you
They-
have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets.
They finally figured it out. They're gonna do
era that
old school
features
Battlefront capture
a very
point mode.
iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront.
The Geonosis battle was pretty
So let's talk
massive.
about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce...
Oh, General Grievous.
Grievous.
The leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Finally
How's it taking him so long to get Obi-Wan Kenobi in this freaking game?
But we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku.
Nice.
As well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Whoa!
Hayden! Hayden.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you
I need
very
to boot
much
that
for
one back
playing
up.
the
I
game,
bought it for like
providing
$10 when they did their I'm
feedback,
sorry sale, and
together,
all the
we will
there's
make
microtransactions and
this
stuff are
greatest
gone.
game that
So
we can possibly build.
The I'm sorry
There would be
sale.
no
yeah, it was
Battlefront
$10.
Can't wait for Battlefront 3's
So
I'm
thank you.
sorry
May
sale.
the
I'll wait
Force
till
be
then
with
to get
you,
that one.
and enjoy
Fine.
the rest of E3. Thanks.
I really also like that there's the DLC's free. They're just putting it out. I just don't know if I trust them long term. Ah. Yarny.
Unravel 2.
I never played the first one, even though it looked real cute, man.
Me neither.
This strikes me as kind of like Limbo-esque, not in terms of tone, but just like simple kind of 2D platformer, but it's slow-paced.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused. In the first one, he looked like he was just kind of running around, but now he's on a boat.
He was like in a city. Yeah.
We're going dark with Yarny.
The dark period.
Hi,
The dark.
The scissors.
It's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark.
Your house, your
But
money.
when things are at their darkest, you find hope.
Oh, you find
And
another
you form
bond.
Co-op.
a new bond.
Co-op.
Oh, if there's
Co-op.
co-op, that'd be awesome.
Is rekindled.
Yeah, I would play this.
Oh yeah,
On
that's
an
cool.
adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like how it's two, like.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something
Two little
new
souls.
and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure.
This is great.
This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging.
It did look friendlier
But overall,
on the
it's a lot
ocean.
more
Yeah.
playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
Michael!
He's a producer at Coldwood.
Hey, Michael.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially. So this wasn't prepared.
Oh.
There we are.
Oh, we got to see some behind the scenes code. That was me earlier
So
trying
when
to
you're
get the string
playing
board.
it by yourself,
Yeah,
this is
wow.
when you pick up the other character and carry them along through the more
Oh, wow, they're like combined.
fast-paced segments of the game.
What is going on?
And
Are
we
they
actually
stoned?
tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments.
That's pretty wild.
Places that were like fun and exciting.
What is that little dot? That little glow dot?
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this. Yeah, come jump.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
I'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Nice, you can jump in and out.
A little celebratory flip there. And the bird is back. Okay, playing it safely now. I'll swing. Alright.
Whee!
This looks pretty fun.
Catch you.
This will be a good game to play with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your grandma, your grandpa.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
That actually looks really tough.
Yeah, that's not one I want to demo. Birds keep hitting this window like nuts.
Oh, sweet. Well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the grass. I'll sneak up here. Okay, your turn.
Yeah, look at me.
There you are. Keep him up with the left. Now I'll go.
Alright.
Bird is like, I want to kill both of them.
Yeah.
That bird's right outside my window.
This reminds me a lot of Limbo, like the.
Reminds me of Little Big Planet, because it's both are yarn, both are two player.
I never played that one.
Oh.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
Cool.
And,
I'd play that.
I'll give them a clap.
Yeah,
Next
I
is
really
Skate
hope you
4.
like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
Who do you say that to? The blue yarn? There it is.
Thanks Hans Zimmer for the score.
We had Han come in on his day off. Birds are trying to get in here. I don't know if they heard about EAA.
Keep
and they're
slamming into the window.
They're seeing this yarn, these little yarn people. They're trying to eat them.
What a cute little game. Very smart way to do a sequel and build off of what they learned on the first one. Oh, cool. We got some electricity.
Yeah, I skipped the first one. I thought it looked awesome. I just never.
Yeah,
it never ended up in a must play.
Yeah,
yeah. Really
I felt the same way.
I had too much other stuff to play.
It got lost in the shuffle of the last couple of years.
Yeah, it was 2016 it came out. I just never.
I feel like reactions to it where it's cute, solid, you know, but I didn't hear anybody like rave about it.
What didn't help it either was it was on the Origin for PC, and
it wasn't like a Steam game.
Yeah, just kind of.
Team at Coldwood, the game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep.
Oh, it's out today.
You will be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Wow.
Whoa.
You're like, oh my god!
Wow, that's
oh
cool.
my god!
2015, we started on this journey with the original.
That is awesome.
To seek out the most
A surprise launch is interesting because you don't really build momentum. No one even knew about it until today, but maybe that helps it.
Maybe Walmart Canada helped them out with that.
Did they? Did that
I
leak?
think it might have been, maybe.
And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Casey.
Oh, I remember.
We have locked him down with
And
handcuffs.
I
He
think
is
we all
no.
kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. In March, that game caught fire. It's innovative.
Yeah, your PR caught fire too.
And it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players.
Man, I've been wanting to play that still.
2
And
million
Such a
players?
huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry.
Wow.
That's why we will
It's good to
continue
know that
to
game was a
work with
success.
independent
Like,
developers
now they
to help them
put
Now they're like, get this guy in front of the Game Awards every year.
to our next EA Originals title from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games.
Joe
When
My
I met
Games.
this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was.
Is this Joseph?
It's one that carries
No,
a very
it's another
powerful
team.
and important
He
message.
said Joseph's getting a new
And
studio.
it's unlike anything
Joseph's getting some
He's
new
getting
shoes.
new. He's getting
Please
some new
welcome
shoes.
Tony Gephard on stage, Joe My Games.
I love how freaking ballsy that guy is. Well, that's cool.
Sea of Solitude.
Looks like they're doing okay with their originals
Thank
so
you,
far.
Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I am pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
Yeah! Yeah!
We have a battle royale game.
In the water.
Studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game.
It's
when
wet.
humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and family see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real? This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble.
Need battle royale mode. I'm done.
That seems interesting.
We'll use the restroom real quick.
Yeah, I'm the one. But I'm not the only one.
The one.
All the one. We can shut you down.
We're gonna play basketball.
Crossover. Gather.
EA still making basketball games?
We're balling. Be ready. We're coming at you with the squad. Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run is one. Call next. Won't be the answer. As long as you hold your course.
They just really want to get back into this, don't they?
Just remember, wherever you call home, whenever you fit, or however you ball, you are my court. I'm the and this is my squad.
NBA Live. They're still trying to make that NBA franchise work. Their NBA games are kind of notoriously not great compared to 2K. Here we go.
Yeah, Skate 4 finally.
Madden
Gosh, dang it.
League.
Gosh,
Here's the
dang it.
professional
Skate 4.
sports.
Oh, totally didn't give him a handshake. This kid is a punk. Lil Punk.
That was a phenomenal read, and Treaty's got the lead, 40-19.
Madden's so random. I would never want to be in a Madden competitive league.
He looks like an actor. Young Kev. I love you, Young Kev. Is he here?
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Young Kev. Lil Kevy.
How you doing? I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already started. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebration.
I like this dude's pants a lot.
Fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kid, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kid, y'all.
Give it up for Young Kev.
Young Kev seems like he needs an attitude adjustment.
Young Kid, how has it been? You know, your success and your past, and where you're at today.
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm. So then I picked up Madden, and at first I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow, okay.
So he played video games at a...
Player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a great message. I love it.
How has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out. But all those losses made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of bling on that belt for you.
Dude,
Well,
this sucks.
today-
Oh my god, this is grinding to a halt.
Super excited. It's gonna be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I could stay right here and talk to you guys forever. But I'm not gonna.
Dude, Gen Z is into this because he said lit.
He honestly wishes he could stay there and talk forever.
Have a good day.
That was beyond awkward.
Young Kev, boys. Are you gonna buy the new Young? What was that?
This
for?
is not in-game graphics. These are cutscenes.
No, this is Young Kev approved, dude. Don't freaking. You're bad mouthing Young Kev, dude. Not like a bit of it.
And failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born.
I wonder if they'll do a story mode again.
Well, the guy speaking was off of The Wire and Boardwalk Empire. I can't think of his name.
Rise so that you can truly see that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all,
Yeah.
but about all the moments that got you here.
Was it in the last Madden where that one guy that texted you? Was that or
That was
that
NBA
basketball?
2K.
That was basketball.
That was
okay.
2K.
That would crack me up. I love
When
that.
the LeVar Ball texted Jacob's character and
It
was
said,
like, we talked trash about him on fake Twitter and
Yeah.
then texted him like, yo, you should come join our team. I wish they would do stuff like that in Madden. They just don't do anything that fun.
Yeah, you don't have to compete.
See, that's 2K. 2K made the best baseball or
Yeah.
football games too, but now they
Madden
don't
is
get
like the
to-
perfect thing they should use in schools when they like talk about competition and monopoly
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like this is what happens. You
Yeah.
get Madden.
Yeah. I have zero.
EA has also
confidence.
won like back to back to back like worst company. Like you gotta learn at some point.
Oh,
General Manager Michael Martinez.
Shoutcaster.
Super excited to be
Where's
here.
Young Kev?
We're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match.
They brought the Shoutcaster
Why don't you
back,
tell us the
dude.
rules?
Sure thing.
Wait.
The objective is straightforward.
It's those two or that one guy from last
I
year?
think that that guy on the right is in the same profession as that guy from last year.
Unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy people
We're looking at mobile games right now.
nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls
Dude,
the missile when the bar
for
fills
real.
up will fire the missile.
Are you showing me a
Takes
mobile
2
game app?
missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talk.
Sounds great, Michael.
Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have
Yeah.
an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
So we're taking professional RTS players who can do 300 commands per minute on a keyboard, and we're having them play a mobile game.
His opponents fighting for the red
This
side of the room.
crazy.
A competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Good night. That's a good name.
That's a really good name.
Is Young Kev coming out for this?
Wow, they got no claps.
Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles, the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
Who cares about this?
All right, are the players ready? Let's.
Did you get your thumbs ready?
Ready to go.
This guy.
Ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good job.
Both those guys definitely missed their graduation.
Players are loading in, and we are
Nice little strategy game there for you. I really like this genre, is what the guy said.
deployed, and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have Harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course,
Dude, this is
trying to
so
take that
boring.
position. Nick Knight being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going for on the top side.
Wow, looks like they're moving. They're clicking where they want the people to go. Oh, is that where he's going to click at? Oh, I didn't think he was going to tap the screen there.
Oh my gosh.
He's tapping.
Will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that
Wow, you're really a microman. Yep, he's tapping.
And it looks like Nick and Knight's about to spend $5.99 on some gold.
He's putting in his credit card. What could it be?
This is parody.
Who decides this? Like, who says, here's what we're gonna do this year?
This is not the audience for this. People don't want to see this.
We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help play. Those flamethrowers, right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
What makes this all the more gross and worse is that they hired an announcer for this. Like, so lame, dude. No, but you have announcers for things people care about. No one cares about this.
Yeah, they started it up like this was like a understood thing that we wanted to see, but no one was. Yep.
Dude, this is garbage. Oh my god, this is garbage.
I thought last year was like a low point for them.
This is the lowest
I don't know.
they've ever gone.
It might be kind of lower. I don't know.
I mean, last year we had like
influencers. It was just influencers.
Yeah.
Influencers.
Oh.
As the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. It controls very heavy artillery forces doing a great job.
Wow.
I could have told you the guy that is a professional RTS player would win because good night, that takes a lot of skill. This is like the equivalent of like, dude, this is crazy. This is stupid.
Nick and Knight is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret.
Nick and Knight and Young Kev and man, I don't know if we're just getting older or like
no,
this is just bad.
This is certifiably awful.
Amazing damage to the infantry, helped to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick and Knight to try and secure those positions.
I've never seen them push a mobile game like this in a conference. Have you?
Trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make a proper response is so important.
These are like those games that pop up like as an ad that you have to drag the thing to get out of the ad.
Yeah.
Looks like he's really pressing it.
And when you see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones in control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In control, trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to
Jeez, what a waste of everyone's time. Man, I feel like I'm getting just. I feel like I'm getting ripped off and I'm paying $0 for this. He ended it.
Is anybody shocked that it's a tie game going into the end? They wanted to milk this thing.
Who is harassing the economy?
If they control and get this in position, it's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just passed halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
This missile is nearly going to fire.
Wow.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
Where's it gonna go? Yeah, he's got to.
Wow. Wow.
Amazing. What a match.
What a match.
Nick and Knight threw the match.
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job.
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome. We saw a little bit of everything right there. Perfect.
Yeah.
This reminds me of last year when they did Battlefront 2 and they looked over to the guy that they had hired, like, how do you like it? It's okay. And then he said, but I really like it.
Yeah,
like,
and he had to fix it, yeah.
It's alright.
And by alright, I mean amazing. That's what he said.
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile.
Oh my god, this is a Command and Conquer game.
In quick, competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game. We can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Is this Anthem?
Anthem. It's Crackdown.
I hope this isn't Anthem. This looks weird.
I think it's the Command and Conquer thing we just saw. It's a trailer for it.
Oh, yeah. They've been doing trailers after the gameplay. Hey, they should have made this game.
Is the story of the Command and Conquer games that they're actually, like, somebody's, like, controlling all that stuff on a screen?
I don't
Or is
know.
that supposed to represent, like, the player?
I think in this iteration it's supposed to represent the player. In the older ones, I have no idea. I would say that there's kind of probably a meta-narrative like that.
Oh, that's the guy that was in the old Command and Conquers, that guy that just showed up. Because I know his face from the FMV stuff.
Command and Conquer for a new generation.
Command and Conquer!
We're going to make some money on that game.
Spectacular, epic Anthem. I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel that you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage.
You didn't treat me fairly with that time-wasting thing.
That for every moment that you invest,
Treated
you
me
know
poorly.
that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment.
I don't trust this guy any further than I can throw.
The games are fun. That we move past
Yeah, I have
the
a feeling
grind
you just don't
and
care, my
into
man.
experiences that truly enhance your lives.
He's a
This is going to
reptile,
enhance
man.
my
As we
life.
think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better and that we want to make great games. And that
Skate
as
4.
much as we love making games and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together.
Skate
The power
4.
of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation...
The one good thing EA has
Some
done.
millions of hours in these activities equated to $1 million. What was like, we're going to pay like a cent for every hour you put in? Like,
These 3
Your time is worth a cent.
I guess that's good, but...
They did,
National Bullying?
Ditch the label.
That's good. I mean, it's they don't have to do that.
They,
all are doing great work, and we're proud to support Play to Give.
a cent per hour is what they thought our time was worth with that Command and Conquer mobile thing. That's why they played it.
Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good.
EA would pay a
because we love
cent an
games.
hour to their workers
Thanks
if
for
they
being with
could.
us, and thanks for the incredible.
I don't think we're getting Skate 4, dude.
for all of you. Now, without further ado,
Skate 4.
let's take a look at Anthem.
Okay, then Skate 4. Man, I'm waiting. Here it goes. Anthem. Heard you're having trouble.
And left our world in chaos.
Somebody went to space.
Creating, altering, destroying.
Destiny.
The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
What was going on with Anthem? There was a couple
Hold on, I don't know. There's a lot.
There's a couple stories recently.
They had some people leave. And there was rumors that we're not sure whether or not it'll have loot boxes. And
Oh, that's right. That's what it
microtransactions.
was. They might be reworking it.
It wants to destroy us all.
This is the Mass Effect, original Mass Effect team. Or what's left of it. I would say this isn't an RPG, probably. This looks like action.
Some My Chemical Romance in there.
There's Muse.
Remind me of My Chemical Romance. Anthem. That's the code name for Skate 4. Woo! That's Anthem.
The code name for this game they said was Dylan because they wanted something that was as memorable as Bob Dylan.
How cool was that trailer?
Yeah!
I've seen it a couple times and it's still cool every time.
Yeah!
So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem.
And then
so I'm going to bring
Skate
up some
4.
members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzar.
Casey Hudson was the lead developer on KOTOR and on Mass Effect 1.
Ah.
And he left and they brought him back.
Casey Hudson. He's here.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out
I don't know if
today.
I trust this
game. Show, right? It's going to be very exciting.
Cautiously
so
interested.
Yeah, there's
jump
just
right
too
in
much
and start with you.
nervousness,
so now,
huh?
We know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you
Took a
came back,
sabbatical.
you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games from
Even
BioWare
more money?
fans. You know,
Yeah, they're like, I had to offer him something to
super
come back.
satisfying to come back to it.
Right
and,
the
you know, I
ship.
just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started with Anthem. Is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game, and we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover. You know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you could build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game, and that's what we tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the
So
choices
it's not like an
of my
open
actions.
lobby when you're in
And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either.
Dude, your console part's breaking.
From a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of
they didn't prepare them at all for these
designers,
questions.
the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover.
Well, they did a really great job with both Star Wars, Old Republic, and Mass Effect with building a new world. So.
But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other.
These are tools of the gods lying around?
The world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violence,
that reminds me of
storms,
Xenoblade, kind
creatures,
of.
gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property or IP.
Nah, it's easy.
Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about principles around art style, tone,
I like those rings.
And even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether the storms, seasons, and it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that,
the world will kill you.
Our rivals, the Dominion, have...
this is sounding like Destiny.
I know.
The Javelin, the Dominion. I'm waiting for the Ravaged will be another people or.
No, I've heard
here come the Fallen.
Or a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? What's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4. And they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger.
This is a lot like Warframe. There's different Warframes
the
in Warframe.
And finally,
I'm assuming you can use your character to level up the different frames.
So each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot.
So you can get the different
suits. You can decide which
you are not your
suit
suit.
To use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using.
You are not your suit. That's
really
what I say when I spill food on my suit.
We built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger
green looks
now.
like water.
The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things. Really designed for
like Iron Man.
personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just gonna say the storm looks like it's gonna be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now too.
You didn't show us the other two.
So the javelins look awesome,
Yeah.
but we're gonna take a couple questions right now. So Casey
Where's the other
tweeted,
two?
some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the
I'll
first
send us the other
one
two.
on the app,
I want to be more excited than I am. It's just there's not a hook right now.
their own. What kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize
Destiny
the
is
way that
super
it
influential,
looks,
dude.
both through paint
Yeah.
jobs as well as changing
There's the
actual,
Evangelion colors.
geometry
Were
of
there?
the suit
Yeah, that's
itself.
what I did in
We want
Xenoblade
teams to
Chronicles
be able
X.
to do this as well.
Like
And
that.
because you're going to be using a
You get
javelin
one
for
suit.
a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability
not clapping
to
for
spend
that.
money on
Just
gameplay
don't do
events
that.
at all in Anthem. But
It's
we
equivalent to
want
saying,
that
I'm
we
not
wanna
punching your
make sure
face
that
when we're
Anthem
hanging out this week.
is
It's like,
immersive
I'm not
and
clapping for it.
Woo!
Thank
Main
you.
story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all.
For $10.
All right, Casey. We talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because at the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single player storytelling?
So Anthem is really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do
I'm
that.
having trouble locking
And
into
going
like
open
what
world
specifically
like this, by
art-wise
yourself is going to be a
and
little more
atmosphere-wise makes this
challenging than,
Anthem,
the team
and
of
not
four
just
people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people
what's
that don't
going on in
normally
this
engage
world.
this kind of thing. So I really
Yeah.
hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to
I'm
know.
gonna
If you
give it a
wanna roll
click.
Solo, you can, but it's just gonna be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah, you guys want that? All right. So, Kathleen, I think you're gonna set this up for us.
Have you noticed with all these,
So,
they always have a different like host every single
You
year.
and your friends
They
have
don't keep
decided to
anybody
play
consistent
a
on
mission
these.
called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon. So you gotta
The
take
Scars.
So
They hate the
start
Ravaged.
in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're gonna go ahead and roll the gameplay now.
Like,
roll it!
I know this is new, but just the Mass Effect universe is so interesting, man. I'm like, where's like the... I guess this isn't science fiction. It's like... it just looks like guns, and... I was intrigued by the idea of the gods leaving their tools behind.
Freelancer, time to get to work. Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid for using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Here you go.
So what's he gonna do when he gets to this waypoint?
What's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Right. Checking out the scar camp some more.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
That almost looks like Avatar. Almost reminds me of Avatar.
Oh, those things are cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Go with another ring.
This is like beat for beat a Destiny mission. Which is already in and of itself generic and boring. Like kill some scrubs, go down, run through some landmines, listen to some NPC
See those
chatter,
radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation.
look at a set piece, get a little bit of lore.
Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
God, this
Loads
is
of scars
this is
nearby,
Destiny
yeah.
mission structure to a T. Like we're just one step away from letting your ghost check for the map.
Peter Dinklage is going to be in here somewhere.
Hold on, defend these waves while I open this door. I hate to be jaded, but man, I'm just... The combat could be fun, and that might be the redeeming factor.
Yeah.
This guy's like a magician.
It's Destiny with jetpacks. Does Destiny have jetpacks?
I just feel like BioWare, man... I just feel like they're better than
So
this.
silence. Disaster averted. Do you think
Not that this looks awful, it looks
Wait,
fine.
something's happening.
Yeah.
But... What a bummer.
What the hell was that?
I think.
That's what I'm
Whoever
asking.
laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from
BioWare will probably
the
never make an RPG again. Like a role-playing game,
Yeah.
like stat-heavy RPG.
On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it. We should find the source.
We've got Seekers in here.
Okay, this is kind of cool. How cool, is it a boss?
We've got Seekers down here.
It's a cool looking creature.
How cool is that?
Yeah!
Yep, and
Can't wait for the Anthem Apology next year. You get all of the Seekers costumes.
Here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire
It's like the same way that Mass Effect Andromeda came out, like right before the end of the fiscal year.
Oh, that's what we saw the
Yeah.
other day, that it got the same release date that Mass Effect's getting. So we're like, oh no, that's what was...
Yeah, that was it.
I also want to give a big thank you to all
The
of
Skate
the
4
developers who
team.
showcased
That
their games
managed
today, and
to
everybody working hard
not
for
make me less excited, but not really get me more excited.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just kind of...
Now, some
We'll
of what
see.
you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available
Back with a buddy.
today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command and Conquer Rivals.
Can I use my
starting today at
Origin Access trial to play Unravel 2 for free?
that's out today. Is anybody
That'd be
ready to go
cool.
home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go out outside to the fan fest. I get it.
Yeah, I want to go to the
I
stinky
want
fan
you guys to know to
fest.
keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Sizzle trailer.
Alright.
Battlefield 5, fine. I don't think I'm going to get it. I think it's... Nothing they showed, I was just like, man, this sucks. But
yeah,
it's
nothing.
Not
Nothing.
And
Well,
I think
the iOS game.
Yeah.
The Command and Conquer.
I think that's just with a lot of games lately. I don't think there's games that suck anymore, I will say, like gameplay-wise. I think we've kind of nailed how to make a video game. But I don't know... In doing that, I think it's hard to make a unique kind of like crazy experience.
Yeah.
We've kind of got boilerplate templates.
Yeah,
of, like,
that's why if I sound down on Anthem, that's why I feel like
I'm sure that's going to be
destiny.
That's going to be a great game. I feel like.
I'm with you. Nothing got me super excited, but
I feel like we've mastered. You can play it.
Yeah.
The World Cup is 5 days away.
Which I have my own review scores. Check it out, but you can play it or just like well-made games, but they're like nothing new, nothing that like.
If you skip
if you're in the
it,
kind
you're
of
not
mood
missing
for something like
anything.
it, go for it. But I don't know.
EA, you can play it.
EA was you can play it.
Yeah.
That was all you can play. I will
be
say
their new,
Unravel
catchphrase.
was the coolest thing, and I would like to play that with like my fiance and stuff. So.
Sure, yeah, that's probably the only one out of this that I'm like, yeah, I'll pick that up.
Yeah, that could be a fun one to get eventually. But
we're about to go through a torrent of other games, like just a torrential downpour of other games, to where I might forget about it after another couple
it might
days.
be the same thing. We'll see. But thanks for watching. I'm sure we were really on TVA the whole time. You were here for that.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, and we will have up. Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty. You know what? The highlight of this whole thing as we go to turn this off. Young Kev.
Lil Kev.
Lil Young. Tiny boy Kev. Thank you. He's a gamer!